Grand Opera in Iowa? Yes, indeed, right here in the Blank Performing Arts Center in Indianola. This is the 6th season for the Des Moines Metro Summer Festival of Opera, which enjoys a national reputation. Singers come here from all over the country to compete for roles in one or two of the operas this year, Carmen, La Boheme, and The Consul. Now tonight you are going to see not only a bit of La Boheme on stage, but also a fascinating show that takes place backstage many, many days before the curtain actually rises. This paintbrush. Now this belongs to Marcello, who is the painter in La Boheme, and you're going to see him with it in just a few moments because the curtain is about to rise on the last rehearsal, the dress rehearsal of Puccini's La Boheme. Won't you join me?
Whatever made me paint this old Red Sea today? Even the sight of so much water chills me. But in revenge, a fair has to drown.
As anyone would suspect, hours and hours of work must be done before the curtain actually rises. After auditions, one of the first steps is staging the opera. In other words, telling the performers where they move on stage at what time. Opening night is now more than a week away, but the pressure is already on.
Okay, once more from Now You Must Hear. Top of 25.
Robert Larson, founder and artistic director of the festival, is staging La Boheme.
The most important operatic technique, which goes beyond the realism, is one that a stage director must always have in mind for opera, and that is, no matter what you give a singer to do, he must then be able to sing and send the voice out front, so that the drama of the situation, the movement must look real, but at the same time, he must be put at an angle that is advantageous to allowing the sound to come through the orchestra. In the winter of 1973, Dr. Larry Eli and myself and a former student of mine, Douglas Duncan, got together in Dr. Eli's home and talked about the whole project and the feasibility of it. We decided that it was full steam ahead, that we should try to organize a board and see what could be done with opera in Iowa.
You do it repertory.
Yes, we do.
Tell us what you mean by that and
repertory
why.
simply means that our season is not a long one, but we play all of the operas next door to each other, one after the other, so that a patron could conceivably come in from New York or any place in the country and see 2 or 3 operas in a weekend, which is a very exciting thing to be able to do. And I think sometimes it is the most exciting operatic experience of all to see 3 operas one night after another. It may take a lot of doing, but it still can be very exciting from the standpoint of comparing styles and voices and so on.
Do you do them all in English?
We do them all in English. I think that's a philosophy. I say I think because I love opera in the original language, but I also believe that we are in the business of convincing new audiences about opera. And if that audience, if that American audience does not understand what's happening on the stage, if they can't see it and hear it and really understand what's being said, I don't think that they perhaps might appreciate to the fullest extent.
Larson and his singers begin their day at 8 a.m. Sometimes they do not finish the last rehearsal until 11 p.m. They are selected from auditions held each spring in New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Des Moines. More than 400 auditioned, another 200 were turned away. From this large group of aspiring artists, 17 were chosen to come to Indianola for 2 months in the summer. Besides the professional singers, more than 30 other people serve as apprentices, learning stage movement, makeup, and singing and acting minor roles in the operas. The apprentices are mostly students studying music and voice at colleges and universities across the country during the year. Coming to Indianola in the summer gives them the experience of eating, sleeping, living opera. What does being an apprentice mean?
Well, it's a chance to get to work with a professional opera company here in Des Moines. It means being responsible as a chorus member in the shows of Carmen and La Boheme. It means taking classes in the morning. We have makeup classes, characterization classes. It means getting a chance to work with a lot of wonderful people.
Moving scenery?
Moving a lot of scenery. We also get to know what goes on behind the set.
Yeah. As a native Iowan and a girl who lives in the country near Knoxville, what is this whole experience going to do for your career?
Well, broaden my horizons. It gives me a real insight to some of what music is all about. You can study and study, but then an experience like this opens up a whole new world.